This is CTV News with Lauren Pulley.
Focus on their education, not figuring out how to have a roof over their heads.
Breaking ground on a first-of-its-kind project for Camosun College, while a neighbouring school is left wondering why its project has been shelved.
It's absolutely well needed out here. This means that if a youth comes in for substance use support, and they could also benefit from mental health support and primary care support, they don't have to sit on 3 different waiting lists.
Work on a new youth mental health and wellness facility now underway. What it means for families on the West Shore. Plus, Adam finds out how a boy who worked with a Hollywood star grew up to become a global pinball champ. Later on the Sawatsky sign-off. Good evening. Thanks so much for joining us. Nafisa is off tonight. One of Victoria's post-secondary campuses is celebrating a major milestone in its push for student housing. Camosun College is building its first ever student residence, while down the street, a major project at the University of Victoria is being shelved. CTV's Anna McMillan has more from the 2 neighbouring campuses.
For the first time in Camosun College's history, students will be able to learn and live on campus.
They can focus on their education, not figuring out how to have a roof over their heads.
The college is building its first ever student residence building, meaning fewer students will have to compete for a place to live in the region's pricey rental market.
I have a friend who, over the last 2-3 years, has had to move, I think, 4 or 5 times. That's tough.
The 6-story building will have beds for more than 400 students and will stand on the edge of Camosun's Lansdowne campus. The province is putting $151 million into the project.
Affordable housing means one less worry for students, allowing them to focus on their studies while easing the pressure on our local rental market.
The building is expected to open in 2029, and so too was a similar student housing project at the University of Victoria. Under the constraints of Budget 2026, the province is delaying its $121 million investment in the UVic build, pushing the completion date to 2034.
Between now and then, a lot of students will be exposed to potentially exploitative rental situations and face a hostile rental market.
That Saanich councillor says his colleagues and UVic wrote to the province to underscore the urgency of the build, which would house more than 500 students.
Why one project was chosen over the other is something I don't know, but really we should see the province investing in all these projects.
A local MLA says she's still hopeful the homes at UVic will get built.
You know, Camosun had no student housing at all on campus, and ensuring that there is student housing on this campus is really a first step.
A step staff say will ensure hundreds of students can focus on their studies instead of their living situation. Anna McMillan, CTV News, Saanich.
New supports for families and youth is being promised for the West Shore today. The City of Langford, along with not-for-profit organizations, are breaking ground on a facility for a new daycare and much-needed youth mental health supports. CTV's Brendan Strain has the details on what families can expect.
This is an important milestone for Langford.
It's a project that will strengthen access to care and support for youth, as well as their families, while adding much-needed licensed childcare spaces to BC's fastest-growing community.
This was our former City Hall.
A number of portable trailers on the corner of Carlow Road and Goldstream Avenue in Langford, which currently houses the West Shore Parks and Rec Arts Centre. But not for long, as the building will be torn down to make room for the Foundry West Shore.
Young people can come into our Foundry centres. They can receive mental health care, substance use care, primary care, physical and sexual health care, peer support, and work, education, and community support services, all in one building.
It provides those seeking help immediate access to health care, cutting out referral times and wait lists. The Foundry caters to those between the ages of 12 to 24, although families will also be able to access services, whether or not their young person is receiving services as well.
This site is 73 new childcare spaces, and the site by Glen Lake is 49.
Here will be a 2-story building. The first floor will be home to 73 new childcare spaces, with the Foundry located on the 2nd floor. Next to the Sarah Beckett Memorial Playground, a new building is being erected that will house the Art Center on the 2nd floor with 49 childcare spaces on the 1st.
We have trained more than 6,000 students, teachers, community members, and parents to effectively reverse the effects of an opioid overdose.
The Foundry West Shore will be a collective of organizations falling under one banner.
I think it's absolutely well needed out here.
Sam Elder is the founder of the Youth Hope Mission, which will be one of those agencies working within the newly constructed health facility.
One of the
great things about Foundry is that they provide wraparound services. This means that if a youth comes in for substance use support and they could also benefit from mental health support and primary care support, they don't have to sit on 3 different waiting lists.
The Foundry currently operates 4 facilities on Vancouver Island and will be expanding into Port Alberni, Nanaimo, and now the West Shore in 2028. Brendan Strain, CTV News, Langford.
The town of Lake Cowichan is dealing with a slew of what it says are deliberately set fires, calling them senseless and disturbing. Last week, the Lake Cowichan Fire Department attended 4 separate fire incidents, some within municipal-owned public washrooms and others in wooded areas near residential buildings. The town is condemning the acts, saying the fires are pulling resources away from other community priorities and increase the risk of wildfires while conditions are dry.
When these damages occur, they have to be closed. So it's unfortunate that we can't accommodate the washroom facilities needs of the general public and tourists because of maintenance issues that have to be done after these incidents. Not only fires, but vandalism has been occurring as well.
The mayor is urging anyone with information to come forward as the RCMP investigate the fires as a criminal offense. New mandatory rules for vessels surrounding killer whales came into effect today. Boats must now maintain a 1,000-meter distance around southern resident killer whales. The previous regulations were 400 meters. Whale experts say the endangered population is sensitive to acoustic disturbances from vessels, and the new regulations, which apply to all waters around Vancouver Island, make Canada more in sync with our American counterparts, which implemented a 914-meter distance last year. The approach distance for other whales remains 200 meters. Events are planned across the South Island this week to mark the 6th annual Ocean Week Victoria. Events kicked off this past weekend at the Gorge Splash-tacular. Events are being hosted all week long, ranging from ocean-inspired jewelry workshops to a Gorge Beach cleanup on Wednesday. They are all part of a larger Canada-wide initiative to get people involved and to learn and care for our ocean. Organizers say the goal is simple: to turn curiosity into connection and action.
Ocean is incredibly important. It is our life source. It breathes for us. It produces over 50% of the Earth's oxygen. So every breath that you take, every second breath that you take, is actually thanks to the ocean. It is the world's largest carbon sink. So it is constantly fighting the global rise in climate change. And it's just providing so much habitat and health for many different organisms.
Event details can be found at Ocean Week Canada's website. Yeah. The final World Ocean Day celebration will be held in Sydney on Sunday at the Beacon Waterfront with exhibitors and a science show. A new BC Ferries vessel is about to go into service on some key inter-island routes this summer, starting in Nanaimo Harbour. Wasilaqua, the first of 4 new island-class vessels, has arrived in Victoria from Romania and is expected to begin service between Nanaimo Harbour and Gabriola Island later this summer. The new ferry will replace the current vessel on that route, freeing the one up to be redeployed on several other runs, including Campbell River to Quadra and eventually Quadra to Cortez. The name of the vessel was gifted by the Sinamic Nation. It is designed to be a battery-equipped diesel hybrid and capable of operating exclusively on renewable electric power once shore-based charging infrastructure is available. An Island First Nation says it is beyond disappointed and frustrated over the Comox Treaty Act, a treaty between its neighbouring nation, Comox, and the province. The treaty passed provincial legislation last week, which the Comox First Nation says brings it one step closer to self-governance. However, the Waiwaikum Nation near Campbell River says it impacts its nation and lands, but doesn't address their needs. Previously, the Waiwaikum Nation stated if the treaty process wasn't paused, it would strongly consider disrupting transportation corridors on their lands. However, the latest statement following the legislation does not mention those actions and instead emphasized its commitment to build relations and develop economic opportunities for the benefit of the region and the province. The treaty still needs federal approval. The province is investing nearly $250,000 to help community group projects against hate.
And as you can see, right
the
behind...
province says vandalism and hate-motivated crimes are on the rise across BC to help make communities safer. And it is providing grants to 20 organizations for security upgrades, graffiti cleanup, and repairs. The funding comes from the province's Civil Forfeiture Office, which redirects proceeds of crime into community safety programs. The goal sets the province to make vulnerable places safer.
It's founded on our fundamental belief that our programs and services must be fair and work for everyone, and that BC should be a place where everyone has an equal opportunity to thrive.
The province is not releasing the names of the recipients, saying it is to protect organizations from further hate-related incidents. Rescuers say that they are working around the clock to care for a sea otter found on a Vancouver Island beach. The emaciated adult male sea otter named Clamato was rescued from Chesterman Beach in Tofino by a federal fisheries officer over the weekend. It was flown to the Vancouver Aquarium Marine Mammal Rescue, which is now fundraising to support the cost of his care. They say his condition remains serious and that he will need blood work, imaging, and a thorough physical exam in the coming days. Hopefully he's doing well. Well, still to come, the fiery debate over Canada's slumping economy.
It's the Liberal Prime Minister that's running down our economy and then running away from accountability. Where is he anyway?
Ahead, the accusations leveled at Prime Minister Mark Carney.
That was the warmest day so far this year in Victoria. 26 degrees for a daytime high today. It's currently 24. We'll be in the mid-20s again tomorrow. Rain coming later in the week. Those details after the break.
All right, time now to turn things over to Josh with our forecast. Coming off a lovely weekend. Hopefully that sunshine, nice weather sticking around.
Yeah, for one more day, I think, Lauren, we'll see mainly sunny skies. Temperatures a degree or two cooler than today. We get to 26 for a daytime high. As we mentioned before the break, it's the warmest day so far this year in Victoria. Nanaimo even warmer, 27. It's 26 in Port Alberni, Port Hardy. Just on the other side of 20, 18 degrees. There's a little bit of cloud cover that's going to start to make its way in from the east. This system eventually is going to become a factor, but there's your cloud cover starting to push through the Victoria and Nanaimo areas through this evening and overnight tonight. Should clear out by tomorrow morning, though. We'll get mainly sunny skies for the bulk of the daytime hours. And then late in the day, Tofino up through northern half of the island, you get some increase in cloud cover. And most areas on Wednesday are mainly cloudy to mix of sun and cloud. There might be a couple scattered showers around Nanaimo. Better chance, though, from Tofino up through into the Port Hardy regions as we head through Wednesday. And then it looks like even more precipitation in the forecast for many areas to close the week. So a lot of areas would love to see some rain, and they will get their wish by the end of this week. 22 degrees and a mixed sun and cloud tomorrow, though, in the north. Back to 16s with that chance of showers for Wednesday, Thursday, and just 12 for a daytime high Friday in the rain. Inland areas, 30. Heat's on again tomorrow, sunny with a few afternoon clouds, 21 Wednesday. So back to average Wednesday, Thursday, and then some rain Thursday night. And Friday, Saturday, a good chance of some showers or periods of rain as well. 21 on the west coast tomorrow with increasing afternoon cloud, chance of a shower. It's going to be pretty scattered in nature on Wednesday. Gets a little more organized Thursday night and into Friday. Comox up to 26 tomorrow, so that I get about 8 degrees above average tomorrow. Another really warm one. Sunshine for the first half of the day and then clouds in the afternoon. 22 and mostly cloudy for Wednesday. Best chance for rain is going to come Friday into Saturday, but even Thursday evening you might see some showers in the Comox area. You know, and even Wednesday there might be a scattered, spotty shower. It's not going to amount to much, though. 27 and mainly sunny in Nanaimo tomorrow, 22 on Wednesday. So one more day of heat tomorrow and then back a little closer to average as the week wears down. Chance of some showers Thursday evening. Good chance of showers Friday and possibly Saturday as well. And we'll see some showers possibly Friday, Saturday in the Victoria area. It doesn't look like heavy, steady rain, but a little bit of a cool down and a better chance of some moisture. For tomorrow, though, mainly sunny skies once again, a little closer to 19 or 20 for areas along the coast, but in town, into the 24 or 25 degree range for a second straight day.
Yeah, looking like a great forecast. Thanks, Josh. Food Banks Canada is renewing its call for major changes to employment insurance as its latest poverty report card warns that more Canadians are falling through the cracks. The report found that the cost of food and shelter has risen by about 30% in the past 5 years, but income and benefits have not kept pace, forcing more people to turn to food banks. The report points to a broken EI system. It is a federal program, but eligibility and benefit lengths vary by region, making it harder for part-time and precarious workers to access support.
We're seeing more people with part-time, casual, or precarious jobs who are struggling to make ends meet, access our services, and they're not covered by the current system.
In that report card, BC scored a D, which is slightly below the national average of D+. It shows British Columbians are dealing with higher poverty levels and housing costs than the rest of the country. Food Banks Canada is urging the province to deliver a promised grocery rebate, keep investing in affordable housing, and increase social assistance. The health of Canada's economy is the subject of hot debate among politicians today, with the Conservatives saying Mark Carney has plunged Canada into a, quote, liberal recession. New data Friday confirmed we are in what's called a technical recession, but some economists are downplaying the significance of the 2 consecutive quarters of falling GDP. CTV's Abigail Beeman reports.
My work is done. Mark Carney tries his hand at a home building site, but wasn't taking questions about a recession after Statistics Canada reported Friday Canada's economy contracted slightly for 2 straight quarters. Not from journalists nor opposition in the House of Commons.
While Canadians are starving, losing their jobs, and missing mortgage payments, and Mark Carney has created the only G7 economy in a recession, he is hiding from accountability,
leaving other ministers to answer.
Canada is the most integrated country in the world with the United States. They have declared a trade war on us. This side of the House understands that. We will control what we can control.
The Leader of the Opposition should stop running down Canada and join us.
It's the Liberal Prime Minister that's running down our economy and then running away from accountability for it. Where is he anyway?
Conservatives are calling for an emergency debate on the recession, as Liberals don't seem to all be on the same page in terms of messaging.
I do know that people in my riding are hurting. So I listen to people talk about housing prices. I listen to people talking about food prices and about incomes that are too low. And so that's what we're working on here.
I'm not. All indications are that it's shallow and that we're coming out of it. I believe them.
Late this afternoon in the House, the Speaker decided against an emergency debate, saying he doesn't believe it meets the requirements. Abigail Beeman, CTV News, Ottawa.
Coming up, Robert's gift. Madam finds out the connection between John Travolta and a boy who grew up to become a national pinball wizard. Next on the Sawatsky Sign-Off. Finally tonight, Adam finds out how a boy who worked on a Hollywood movie grew up to become a gifted pinball player on this Encore Sawatsky Sign-Off.
As Kathy Gagnon looks back on when her son Robert was cast alongside John Travolta as a baby double in Look Who's Talking 2,
Robert's got the nicest smile.
She recalls how the movie's other star, Kirstie Alley, asked her a concerning question.
She asked me if I ever had Robert's hearing tested.
Her boy was interacting with others differently than the other kids on set. But rather than being deaf, Robert was eventually diagnosed as being on the autism spectrum.
So I tried to find out all the information I could. That was the way I coped with it.
And instead of trying to fix a problem, Kathy and her husband were compelled to support their son's unique potential, which led Robert to discover a pinball machine for the first time.
Wow. Is this some really cool, like, high-tech toy?
It felt good.
It felt adventurous.
An adventure where, after learning how to make the ball go wherever he wanted it to go, Robert was the hero.
The excitement is always fun for me. It makes me feel in the zone.
and Robert's talent transformed the pinball-loving boy
It's kind of like the autism would disappear. He was just so focused on the machine.
into a real-life pinball wizard.
And he would attract people, and he seemed to enjoy it.
Robert proved to be so passionate about pinball and so good at playing it, he started amassing machines and winning tournaments on both sides of the border before entering the World Championships as a contender.
The quality of the best play in the world under a pressure situation from Robert Gagnon.
Oh, it felt amazing. This ball could be worth $10,000 American. This is like a dream.
A dream, after competing against the best pinball players on the planet, that Robert made a reality by winning the Worlds.
It felt really cool, actually, to be called world champion. We have that beautiful trophy.
While Robert continues to win tournaments, be embraced by the pinball community, and earn fans around the globe, what Kathy is most grateful for is that her unique boy has grown up to be a happy man.
And when he smiles, his whole face just lights up. And to see that, I think that's what made me the most proud.
Adam Sawatsky, CTV News, Burnaby.
His face does light up with that smile. Way to go, Robert. And that is CTV News Vancouver Island for tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Take care.